Welcome to this screencast on funding resources online for your college and career pathways paper. The first thing I'm going to do is start with the research tab on the Albany Falcon Library.weebly.com website. Once you get to the landing page, you can hover over research, click on research, or see the other two options, which is the video library and Noodle Tools. If I click on research, I'm going to see several different videos, including how to research the Occupational Outlook Handbook that's listed here, as well as other helpful links. I've actually already opened up several of the tabs that I want to talk a little bit more about for this college and career pathway paper. The first one is I clicked on the Today's Military tab and I went to an article about paying for college. Now, here's the thing. Once you find the article that you want to use and you will possibly cite for your paper, there are a couple different ways that you can go back and save this information, find it, use it, and take notes. The first one is by saving the URL and putting it into a bookmarks website that you use or a Google Doc. Or into an email so that you can click on it and find it later. This is especially useful when you want to create your works cited page and you'll need information like when the information was published in 2020, what the article title was if somebody specifically wrote this article. You can also do things like copying and pasting the relevant information and putting the URL above it so you can click and find it later and take your notes. You can also open up something like Google Keep, which is a G Suite product that's like a note-taking product. So here you'll notice that I've used Google Keep in the past and I can create a new note, label it College Career Pathway, and now I'm starting to take notes. I can do things like showing checkboxes, and I can do saving this bit of information and adding people to it. I could add an image. I can color the backgrounds. I could do a lot of different things with this Google Keep. Those are just two ways in order to be able to take notes. On things like the Occupational Outlook Handbook, if you're going to use that, notice that there are tabs along the top you can click on. Each one of these can also be clicked on to open up the same way. And then you've got your source here at the bottom that you can use as your suggested citation, including when it was last modified. And the same thing, use the college's website if you're going the college pathway. Use the tabs along the top to find your information. If you want a college that includes a specific athletics program, click on athletics. You see no events here. That might not be the best option right now. Maybe you want to go back and go under academics, what kind of undergraduate program they're under. Athletics is probably a bad choice in the era of COVID. Click on undergraduate programs. I can accept my cookies, and maybe I'm going to be looking in the Bachelor of Science. There's some certificates, Bachelor of Music. Let's type in music. Do my search. And it lists music, music performance, music industry, music education. I want some program details. And again, if I want some information, I scroll down. Here is an article that I can save the URL for. I can go back and use. I've even got some quotes from people about student to faculty ratio and use this information. So always start with the research tab on the Albany High School Library.weebly.com website, and then making sure that you're saving any of these articles that you're using, whether you put them into something like Google Keep or you take handwritten notes, but make sure that you save the URL so that you can go back and create the citations, which you can do by dropping down Noodle Tools and clicking on Noodle Tools Express that will create the citations for you. If you have any questions, reach out to the library. You can text the library, ask the librarian, or reach out through any of our social media accounts, as well as emailing me, aabdul@albany.k12.ny.us.